You're sitting on the couch, munching on chips and watching Lewis Hamilton race at 300 kilometers per hour. And you think, why not me? It sounds stupid, but all great things begin with stupidity. You turn off the TV, get up, and decide, I'll give it a try.
Another one.
A couple of days later, you're standing on the track. It smells of burnt rubber, sweat, and dreams that cost $60 for 10 minutes. There are kids all around. They're 8 or 9 years old, running around as if gasoline flows through their veins instead of blood. You look among them like an uncle who's been accidentally invited to a birthday party. After 5 laps, you realize karting isn't a toy. Your hands are shaking, your neck is sore, and a kid wearing a Lightning McQueen helmet passes you for the 3rd time in a row. But then you catch the moment. 1 turn, 1 braking, and you feel everything working. You return home, scrapes on your hands, the smell of fuel on your skin, and a smile. Because now you have a goal. A couple of months later, you're no longer just a weekend stop. You live there. You buy your first used go-kart for $3,000, plus a helmet, gloves, suit, and tools. Another $1,500, plus track rental, tires, and oil, hundreds a week. At least your friends help you with gas. And then the realization hits. A dream is also an expense. You take out a loan. A small one, but a painful one. You work wherever you can, delivery, car wash, whatever, daytime, track, nighttime, work. You train on your own, push-ups, running, a little stretching so your arms don't fall off. Nutrition? Not yet. Still pizza and coffee, but at least now it's not at night. And gradually, you're not the worst. Sometimes even the best. Then comes your first race, regional championship. The season entry fee is about $15,000. For you, it's out of this world. You take out another loan and make arrangements with friends. One helps with the mechanics, another with the gas surcharge. You drive, slowly, unevenly, but you drive. The first races are a disaster, the second ones are a little better, and then you finish in the top 5, and for a second, it seems like anything is possible. You get noticed. A small sponsor, an auto parts store, offers help. They'll pay for half of the next season. You cry with happiness, but you don't admit it. You simply nod and say, "Thank you, I won't let you down." The next level is Formula 4. Here, it's no longer just karting. It's a mini rocket on wheels. A season costs between $150,000 and $250,000. For you, it's another universe. You sell everything that doesn't move and part of what does. You take out a loan. Your life is now a race schedule and a payment schedule, and you start toiling. The first thing you notice is that you don't fit in. They are young, flexible, fast. You're older, heavier, and unaccustomed to the strain. After 2 races, it's not just your arms that hurt. Everything hurts, even your eyelashes. You start training for real. You realize that without stamina, you won't last even half the distance. Now your day is scheduled down to the minute. 6 a.m. run, 7 a.m. gym, 8 a.m. breakfast, 9 a.m. simulator training, 1 p.m. physical training, cardio, neck, and core, 6 p.m. telemetry analysis, mistakes, and reps. 9 p.m. sleep. You eat oatmeal, drink water, and look at a hamburger like you would at an old flame. It hurts, but it's time to forget. Every day is a struggle, with laziness, with your body, with doubts. And when you finally finish in the top 3 in one of the races, you fall to the ground and just lie there. Because you know it's not luck, it's payback. But then the season ends and you realize it's just the beginning. Formula 3 is already $600,000 to $900,000. You couldn't even dream of that kind of money. You work, save, look for sponsors. You write hundreds of letters, rejections, more rejections, and then suddenly, yes, a small company, unknown. They need a logo on the car, you need a chance. You agree, not out of pride, but because there's no other choice. Back to the routine. Now everything is stricter. Nutritionist supervised meals, training with a trainer, a helmet, with weights to strengthen your neck. Scheduled sleep. You become a machine. No room for failure. The races get longer, the cars get faster, the stakes get higher. You crash on the track, wreck the car. Repairs cost $40,000, half your budget. You want to quit, but you can't. You sit in the pits at night, warming your hands with a mug of cheap coffee and thinking, maybe I made a mistake. But then morning comes, and you're back on the track. And when you you finally win the race, the one where everyone thought you'd crash, the investor shakes your hand, and you realize it was worth all the loans. Formula 2 is already hell. A season costs $2 to $3 million. Every race is like life. Every mistake is like death. You see others breaking down, someone quitting, someone crashing. You hold the steering wheel, even when your hands are shaking, because without it, you're nothing. The Formula 2 final victory. The crowd screams and you taste victory, and then the bell rings. You're being called to test for Formula 1. You drive silently without expectations. You climb into the car. You hear the engine roar to life. And in that moment, everything becomes clear. This second was worth all that hell. You're standing in the pits, engineers, lights, cameras all around. The engines roar. You climb into the car, your fingers gripping the steering wheel. The moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. Everything turns to light and sound. 300, 320, 340 kilometers per hour. You feel every vibration, every millimeter of asphalt. The world disappears. There's only you and the speed. The finish. First place. The crowd roars. You stand on the podium, doused with champagne, blinded by flashes. You did it. You're a Formula 1 driver. You lift the trophy and wake up. It was a dream. You're back on the couch, the remote control in your hands, the race on the screen, the same sound of engines, the same taste of dreams. You pick up your phone, open the browser, and type karting nearby.